Peace, family. Peace. What it do? What's going on? What up, though? It's your boy, man. This is the Marc McCles 313 coming to you live, baby. I'm not live, but I'm coming to you live from my lair, man. I'm coming to you from the Wizard's lair, man, where I do a lot of my crystal ball rubbing, baby. I manifest things in my vibrational reality for you see them come to fruition in this here 3D realm we live in. Anyway, man, I don't want to go all crazy deep with my just simple rhetoric, but what I am want to do, family, I want to keep it real simple and plain with you tonight. All right, we're gonna talk about a couple things. We're gonna raise the awareness tonight. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna raise the awareness about simple things that we just really don't know about, like that right there, the clock. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the clock tonight, family. And you like, why are we gonna talk about the clock tonight? Okay, because we're gonna talk about a few things, man. We need to understand things first and foremost. Okay, we need to understand things. If we've just understood things a little better, we probably could better our situation. You understand what I'm saying to you? See, knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. The less knowledge you have, the less power you have. So tonight, we're going to increase the power by increasing the knowledge. All right. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the clock. All right. So in regards to the clock, everybody can look at the clock and they can tell time, right? You can look at that clock right there until it's about 11:30. All right. So there it is. Did you see it? About 11:30. Okay. So not the clock in regards to time like that, baby. We're not talking about the clock in regards to time as far as like, oh, what time is it? Looking at the clock, I can tell time, Mark. Who can't tell time? They teach you how to tell time in the first grade. But that's not exactly what I'm talking about when I say the clock, man. I'm talking about, why is it like that? Why is that the universally accepted tool for keeping track of time? The clock, okay? Well, that's what we're going to get into right now. This whole clock thing right here. Why is it accepted from my culture to your culture to cross cultures as this device right here keeps track of time, okay? So we're going to get into that. But if you really was to think about the evolution of timekeeping, you have to go back and say, the first brand of timekeeping was the sun. Because you say the sun, the earth revolves around, it takes 24 hours for the earth's orbit to turn. 24 hours is 12 hours in the daytime and 12 hours in the nighttime, and it gives you 24 hours in a day, right? That's what you would think according to the revolutions and the sun, so on and so forth. But as we know, time moves, and the accuracy of the clock has, evolved just like everything else has evolved. Okay, you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay, so for instance, right, the sun was the first way of keeping up with it. Then you had the pendulum, the pendulum. That's how they kept up with the seconds, okay? And then they went to the spring mechanism, the mechanical clock, spring mechanism, and the little time hill clocks and stuff like that. That was a more accurate way of keeping up with the seconds and keeping up with time. You understand what I'm saying? Then they moved to the quartz crystal, which had a revolution so fast that it was a more accurate way of keeping up with the seconds, okay? So in regards to world time and accuracy, it has evolved with age in regards to the accuracy and the way that they keep up with the actual time of the world. You see what I'm saying? And now they're on the atomic clock, okay? They're on the atomic clock. They have an atomic counter that is so accurate that they say this thing ain't gonna be off for like 13 billion years or something like that. But that's not what we're talking about. I'm not talking about why does this clock represent time. That's not, it represents the accuracy of the minute and the second. That's not what I'm talking about. This thing clearly goes tick tock, tick tock, tick. Not like it goes tick tock, like that, right? So you have atomic clocks that count, nanoseconds and even lower than that. You see what I'm saying? So that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the accuracy of time. Okay, you can't use Earth as counting the accuracy of time either. The orbit of Earth changes every year. Okay, the orbit of Earth changes every year. You can't say that there's 12 hours in a day and there's 12 hours in a night. Have you went outside lately? And I want you to go outside with your watch, and I want you to see when the sun come up, and I want you to count 12 hours and see, did you get 12 hours of daylight? Did you get 12 hours of nighttime? It don't always work like that. It don't work like that. So that is not an accurate way to keep up with the time. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about tonight. We're talking about the actual clock. Okay, can you see the clock? The clock. We're talking about the clock. The symbolic meaning of the clock. The clock is all around the world, baby. You understand what I'm saying to you? There's nowhere that the clock ain't. You can go to any airport and it'll have 12 different clocks letting you know all around the world what time it is. Understand what I'm saying to you? So this is a symbol of time, baby, a symbol of time. So let's begin to break this symbol down. That's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna break this symbol of time down, and I'm gonna explain to you that this clock is not just a regular clock. Okay, well, it is a regular clock, but it's not just for keeping time in regard to the time on your wrist and stuff like that. It's for a whole nother reason on why this clock is like it is and why it is how it is. Okay, first let's look at it. Right, it's a circle. Let me get it for you. Let me bring it up. Bring it up here for your family. Check it out. So we can agree that all clocks sit on a circle, right? It's a circle. Let's talk about a circle right quick, right? It's a circle. A circle is, what is a circle? A circle is the base of all life. It's the basis of creation. A cell is circle. Okay? If you look at in sacred geometry, when you are drawing the flower of life, which gives you the seed of life, which gives you the tree of life, which out of those circles, all shapes and forms are created here in this three-dimensional realm. The circle is the base of all of those things, okay? The circle, okay? It's the base of all of those things. 360 degrees, baby. It goes all the way around in completion and it don't stop. You understand that? So on the outer realm, this circle is a completion of infinity. It goes around and it never stops. 360 degrees, okay? So this is one symbol of creation and infinity, which is another measurement of time, right? Time forever, 360 degrees. It has no beginning and there is no end, all right? There's no beginning and there is no end. Don't they say that in the songs? Okay, all right. I think they do. I think it is a song that say that. Yeah. Anyway, 360 degrees, man. And it's the basis of life, okay? The circle of life, the circles that gives you the flower of life, the seed of life, and the tree of life, in which all things are created. The platonic shapes come up out of those. This is when you got to get into your sacred geometry, baby. The platonic shapes come up out of the flower of life, okay? And I would just say the tree of life, but then you can get to the dodecahedron and Metatron's cube, baby. We're going to get there. I'm going to show you all that too, but now we're going to stay focused on this clock right now, okay? So we can agree that the circle is the basis of life. Everything comes up out of the circle. The five platonic solids come out of that. You can't look around and not find any of the five platonic solids on this earth, baby. So everything comes out of the circle, okay? So the clock is on this circle right here, all right? So never stops, never ends. Let's look at it a little more. Let's look at it a little closer, all right? So you have three hands on this clock, right? Three hands on this clock, right? You have you got your three aspects of life going on with this clock right here, all right? Look at it move. You got the second hand moving real quick. This is life right now. Going around tick, tick, tick as you breathe, baby. As you breathe, you're going to breathe about 432 breaths in an hour, baby. Okay, you're going to breathe, you're going to breathe, you're going to breathe. Now this right here, this is the long hand. Where that? No, it's the long hand down here. This is your lifetimes, baby. It's the lifetimes, baby. You get a lot of lifetimes around this joint right here, okay? You're going to live a lot of lifetimes around this life, okay? A lot of lifetimes. This hour hand right here, this represents the ages, the 12 ages, the 12 ages of the zodiac that you got to live through, baby. You're going to have to master the 12 zodiacs to complete your whole complete cycle of this 3 dimensions, baby. You understand what I'm saying to you? See, 3 dimensions. You see the 3 dimensions on this clock right there? You got one clock that's giving you the height, the depth, the length, and the width. You see that? You got the 3 dimensions right here in this clock, okay? So you have another symbol of life in this dimension here on this clock, all right? On this clock, you got 12 hours, represents your 24 hours in the day, right? 12 and 12. You got a 60 seconds, 60-minute sequence also going on this clock right here, okay? So you have to think about a few things, right? If this is not used for the accuracy of time, what does it symbolize then? If it's not used for the accuracy of time, what does it symbolize then? Besides it being a tool to help us organize ourselves and keep ourselves together, you know, hey man, we gonna open up at 9 o'clock. You gonna be there at 9 o'clock. You understand? You want to be there early. You want to kind of be efficient with what it is you're doing. So it's a good tool to help organize. So we're not talking about time and its accuracy. Okay, let me reinstate that. Not time and its accuracy. The symbology of the clock. The 12 hours. You can call it hours, but like I call it, the 12 sequences. The 12 sequences and the 60 sequences. What does it really represent, since we can agree that it is not really used to accurately keep time? Okay? Okay? Let me reinforce that to you. It is not used to accurately keep time. The earth doesn't orbit around the sun the same time every year. So every year the clock would have to change if that's how we kept it, okay? So it's not used in that accurately of a sense. It has changed over the course of time. And I say, oh, we use the sun to keep track of time. Well, no, they use the atomic clock to keep up with the world time. So let's fast forward now back to where we were with the symbology of this clock, okay? So you have not 12 hours, but 12 segments, 12 sequences on this clock, and you got 60 sequences on the clock, all right? Giving you your 60 minutes and your 60 seconds, all right? So that's very true. We all know that, right? So how do you say, I don't get it, Mark, I don't get it. How is that symbology? You know, what is it symbolic of? Okay, it is the clock is a symbol of infinity. The clock lets you know that this lifetime that you live in here, baby, in this 3rd dimension, is forever. Okay, not until you cross into the 4th dimension. This life has no death involved in it, baby. You just go ahead and cycle on to the 4th dimension, or you're gonna be back in the 3rd dimension. Okay, so the reason why I say that is because you have to understand how the clock is built and what it relates to. All right, so let's think about something, right? Infinity is granted to you by your creator. You are created in the likeness of the creator, baby, in the utmost source energy, God, whatever, however you refer to God, baby. Okay, you are created in his likeness. Just like this clock is a reminder, is a symbol to remind you that there is no beginning and there is no end. You are here forever. Not here forever, but you live forever. You go on forever, baby. So let's check it out right quick, okay? I hope you can see back here on my board. I would hate to move the camera back there so you can see, but just for the sake of things, I'm going to go ahead and try that. Work with me now. Work with me now, okay?